see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Guys, it looks like I'm not getting no sleep tonight. So much is going on in this Danity Kane Miss Richard lawsuit that we are seeing, that so many other big celebrities are name dropped and getting exposed. Everything you guys need to know in less than 5 minutes. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get straight into this and not waste any time. So there are extra points. I've read through the whole lawsuit and I'm going to list you the main points that need to be spoken about outside of her own allegations, which we've discussed in the previous video. In a further assertion of power and dominance, P. Diddy insisted on holding meetings whilst dressed only in his underwear. On one occasion in 2008 at his Miami residence, P. Diddy emailed Miss Richards directing her to meet him in the living room. When she arrived, he was wearing only his underwear, and Miss Richard asked Diddy to put clothes on, but he refused, stating, "This is my effing house." Miss Dawn Richard observed Diddy come down the stairs looking high on drugs, enter the kitchen, approach Cassie and scream, "I've been asking you for my shit, I can't stand you, B, you never do it right." Diddy pushed Cassie against the wall and choked her, then picked up the scalding hot pan of eggs and threw it at her, causing her to fall to the ground in a fetal position. Cursing and screaming, Diddy dragged Cassie up the stairs. Frozen in shock and terror, Dawn heard glass shattering, crashing and banging noises as P. Diddy dragged her. P. Diddy went on at length, stating, "This is normal. This was just a lover's argument where no one was hurt. This is what love is. I'm giving you an opportunity. If you want to make it, you'll shut your mouth. If you say anything, there will be consequences." Diddy further warned that people end up missing. Diddy hired police officers, guys, get this, to attend his parties, sending a clear message to guests that his influence extended to law enforcement officers and creating a climate of fear and a tactic warning that reporting him to authorities would be both unacceptable and futile. Wow. Whew. Inside the vehicle, Diddy grabbed Cassie's neck, pulled her out of the van onto the grass and pinned her head down, choking her whilst yelling, "You gonna get effed up today." This incident took place in the backstage area just outside the festival and was entirely visible to passers-by. In the weeks and months leading up to the Bad Boys Interscope deal, Diddy had frequent meetings with producer and then CEO of Interscope Records, Jimmy Iovine. On one occasion, Diddy hosted a dinner at a West Hollywood, California restaurant, which Miss Dawn Richard and Miss Harper were required to attend. Amongst the guests at the dinner were celebrities like Neyo and Usher, as well as Mr. Iovine. At the dinner, Diddy and Cassie had an argument. In front of the dinner guest, Diddy hissed at Cassie in a screaming whisper and forcefully punched her in the stomach, causing her to double over in visible pain. Crying, Capricorn Clark escorted Cassie out of the restaurant, and Diddy remained and continued socializing with the dinner guests as if nothing happened. At this point, Interscope Records clearly had an actual knowledge that Diddy was dangerous around females and that P. Diddy was willingly trying to brazen and batter a female in public. Neo and Usher are also 100% aware because this happened right in front of their faces, and they said and did absolutely nothing at that point of time. Even despite this, Jimmy Iovine still continued regardless of what he saw and carried on with a deal with P. Diddy that led to a very successful album where he made a lot of money. With no legit purpose and without Miss Richards' consent, Diddy caressed all of her to show the stylist where he wanted her high-waisted panties positioned, and attempted to touch her stuff, claiming to show the stylist where he wanted her straps to go. Diddy warned him in terms of Miss Dawn Richards' father after Miss Dawn Richards was locked into a car for 2 hours and she was screaming for her father, who eventually helped. She warned him to think about your family and think about your daughter's career. Her father appeared visibly frightened by Diddy's threats and actions, which in turn made Miss Dawn Richard feel terrified for herself and her family's safety. Diddy subsequently called Miss Richard and complimented her performance, and then concluded with a threat saying, "You don't ever call your dad unless you end up in the hospital." So these are the most shocking, most painful moments that I wanted to bring to you in regard to this 55-page lawsuit. Of course, I've covered it most in my previous video, but that was the main points. These are more extended points that the media are not covering that are within this lawsuit. Jimmy Iovine, Neo and Usher are the three big celebrity names that have been name dropped in this, and it's not the first time that Usher was named in these lawsuits. He went to those puffy camps when he was a child and he said that he saw things and he wouldn't want his own children going there. But for the fact that he saw Cassie getting beat up right in front of his face is disgusting, and he didn't say anything, let alone Neo. I lose respect for them day in, day out. Who else was around Cassie and Diddy 24/7? Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West and Beyonce. 4 big names. Did they see anything when it comes to Diddy? Probably. Did they say anything? Definitely not. And it goes to show you that these big people that you look up to probably saw a lot of different stuff go down, and nobody's really said anything about it, in all honesty. But the fact that they've been exposed and their names have been dropped in this conversation, Jimmy Iovine, Suge Knight's been talking about him from the prison when it comes to the podcast about how sly he was, and for the fact that he saw all of this go down, he didn't give a damn about Cassie, because let's be real, money matters more, and that's what he was focused on. He didn't give a damn what was going on. Just the confidence for Diddy to really hit Cassie multiple times in public in front of people, he did not give a damn. But what is most scary to me, and one of the biggest points, is that he willingly invited police officers to these insane parties where there were underage people getting laced, or allegedly underage, or looked like they were getting laced, drugged up, and etc. Police officers were there enjoying left, right and center. This is why Kanye West said with his chest that P. Diddy is a Fed, which is why it took so long for this man to go down. And don't get me wrong, those federal raids, the investigations are still very much ongoing. Just because it's been a couple of months now, or 6 to 7, doesn't mean it's ended. It's still ongoing. But that's everything you need to know in regards to the main insane points that relate to other celebrities in less than 5 minutes. I wanted to get those points out to you guys. You know how we do it here, quick, thorough, and I wanted to just really just get it to you. Here we are again, guys. Here we go again. Insane lawsuit. You know, hopefully it gets the attention that Cassie's lawsuit did. I really hope that it does, and I hope that she gets justice, because that's what she deserves. It is 5 a.m. in the morning and I am filming this. Please, guys, subscribe. I would appreciate it, because the effort I'm putting in, it does not go unnoticed. And yeah, comment down below and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.